All right. So we quickly went over it while you were away, while you were so busy forgetting us. But
I wasn't actively trying to forget you. It was more of a passive forgetfulness.
i.e., just forgetting, all forgetting.
Yeah, that's a description of forgetting stuff for you.
So you guys had returned back to the bottom of the Emperor of the Waves to keep looking for that lost cargo for Gillan Prime Water. And Ryan, we were telling Kevin about. We gave you the credit for thinking about using the portable hole to throw the.
Yeah, I thought that was
into.
not a bad idea last time. Putting
Awesome.
because I feel like if we tried to drag the chest all the way out, like that was the entire session, was like dragging that thing like 2 or 3 squares at a time and getting murdered and drowned every single time.
Maybe.
We'll never know.
We'll never
That's a good
know
idea.
because you guys didn't drown or get murdered. And,
Well, I wouldn't put it that far.
well,
Murder was certainly on the menu. Forbes just kept trying to kill us. I'm tired of you guys playing this game. I'm just gonna murder everyone. Theron's dead. The whole party needs to go.
so we ended off with you guys escaping the ship as it was being crushed by the giant octopus and managing to find a night's rest on the ship.
Did you mention to Kevin that the octopus's name was Joctopus?
No, I did not know that.
Short for giant octopus?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
So, as you guys return to the boat, the storm clouds continue to kind of build, and Kelnozz seems a bit out of character. He seems very shook and quiet. And as you reach the ship, he mentions that he needs a long rest, and goes into his cabin. You hear a lock.
Certainly something a first mate might do.
Probably just going in there to drink.
Going gets tough.
Oh wait, I can't talk right now. I don't exist.
That's right.
Nope.
Don't exist. You can still be me, Scott. We'll be me together.
Okay.
Scott, you can be the Joctopus. Hey guys, I got this football. Don't touch my CDs.
Okay, so everyone needs to do a long rest to make sure they've leveled up to level 6.
Yes, I have leveled up to level 6.
Oh, I gotta go do that.
Oh, better start from the beginning.
Yep. No, I'm
Gotta go, guys. I gotta go make a tea.
Just
Let me
raise,
know when
just
we're
lift
playing
your
this
two
game.
arms.
I feel like you could have told Kevin to level up while I was not attending.
I would trust that feeling.
Go with your gut.
Okay. So let's see. Okay. So the next day, after you guys get awake from your much-needed long rest, you notice that the crew is very somber, and they seem to all be sorely missing Theron, and uncomfortable with the fact that his body is now resting in the cargo hold. Awaiting more specific instructions.
Who's that?
I guess I look to Brynn since Kelnozz is gone, and I say to Brynn, "Well, what should we do now? Should we continue on? There's nothing we can do to save Theron at this point.
Seems like something the captain should decide. Not
Well-
us, these lowly.
I was asking you.
I'm not the captain.
I am, and the captain is asking you a question directly.
I have just lost my best friend, and you want me to say what you want to do. I want to save Theron.
All right.
So save him, Eikooc. Bring him back to life.
I cast Fireball. Trying out this new spell.
Where do you center it?
Okay. So before we left on this journey, our plan was to...
Save Theron.
If you have a plan on how to save Theron, I'm all ears.
You're the captain. I just make suggestions. Perhaps your first mate can help you. Or perhaps he's mostly dead and decided to pass out in his own cabin.
Perhaps you're the temporary first mate for
Oh,
today.
temporary first mate.
Yeah,
That's
interim.
like fourth fiddle.
This is your.
Nobody wants to be fourth fiddle. You're the fiddle that gets no recognition.
This is your trial period for first mateship. So far, you're failing pretty hard.
Well, I
Refusing to give me
deny
any
that.
sort of feedback.
I am distraught at the loss of my friend Theron. We seem to have stored his corpse with the ale, so I'm going to be down there drinking ale and wallowing over his corpse.
Touching his corpse.
Not touching it, wallowing. Just wallowing.
All right. Well, I don't know of any magic that can bring Theron back, so you wallow as you need to. But our job here was to travel to the island of the undead and clear them out for the elves. This was a stop along the way. So either we head back to Saltmarsh with the...
That's a picture of me wallowing.
Oh my god. So either we head back to Saltmarsh
I exited
with...
the game.
Oh my god.
It's just terrible.
So we can head back to Saltmarsh with the... what's his face's chest. Get our reward. But we'll lose days. I think we were hoping to do this. At least I thought we were hoping to do this. Go to the island. And then come back to...
Oh, Eikooc, this was only a side quest. We were supposed to be finding a stable place for the people of Silverstan to live and prosper. And instead, we've been faced with the death of our best friend and noble compatriot who led us through the greatest of battles.
What I just said. Just, yeah. So do you want to find your people a home?
Why, yes, but I also want Theron to be alive.
We all want Theron to be alive.
I want Theron.
To be
It's an
alive.
elf thing. You wouldn't understand.
Okay. Well, at the very least, we can set sail for the island and scout it from afar if we have to. If it's too much for us and a handicapped Kelnozz, then we'll turn back and give our reports and make another attempt at it later.
At
Does that
what
sound like a
point
plan?
have we not had a handicapped Kelnozz?
Touche.
I thought that was just his mode. Thought that was just something we didn't talk about.
All right. I order Haft to make for place on the map that we were told this island is?
Haft shouts his confirmation and starts turning the wheel, heading you into southern waters. Salty Eye Jockwaters approaches you and says, "Sir, crew a bit disturbed by Mr. Evenwood's body down in the bottom. We're wondering if you plan to give him a sailor's burial."
Well, that's a good question. Brynn, what's the custom? What would Theron have wanted?
Brynn, make a religion
Why?
check.
Pardon me?
Make a religion check.
A religion check. Oh, I was gonna make some shit up.
Oh, I've...
Ooh, let me make some shit up with a 3.
Sure.
Why, we must take him back to Silverstand. As, while he's only a half-elf, he remains one of the most noble of the elves. We need to take him back to his God's temple. I'm gonna draw a blank on the M word that was that god.
Maraganor.
Maraganor.
Oh man, Theron rolls over in his grave. You can't remember the name of the
We
mighty
gotta
on
take him
high.
back to old Morag. Or, and see his body fulfilled in his god's wishes.
So I turn to Salty Eye Jockwater and I say, "We must honor his wishes. He was a man of the cloth." So I say to Brynn, can you at least stow his body in a more sensible transporting way? Put him in some sort of crate, pack him.
You mean
So
a coffin? Perhaps we could build a coffin. As
yes,
opposed to
right,
just stuffing him in this
Right.
old trash barrel.
right, a coffin.
Which
That's
is
what I
not
meant.
becoming of the elf soul he lives in.
Store him in a more appropriate coffin so that the men don't have to look at him and hide him somewhere. They don't have to look at him.
Oh, well, we don't want to offend a bunch of sailors with the dead corpse of our best friend and noble compatriot.
I'm glad you understand.
Perhaps we can store his rotting corpse in Kelnozz's quarters.
I consider it for a moment. And then decide maybe against it. Alright. Make it so.
Store his rotting corpse in Kelnozz's quarters.
As you enter Kelnozz's quarters, you see that he is still in bed and sleeping, seemingly having dreams.
I pull him out of the bed and replace his body with Theron's. Kelnozz, it is the most first mately thing to do to give up your bed to our great friend Theron.
When you try and yank at him, he just kicks your hands away. You're not able to pull him out of bed.
I flip the mattress to get Kelnozz off and replace it. So Theron has a place to lay.
Make a strength check. Um, Alright, Kelnozz rolls off the bed.
Here, Theron, we will lay you down here on Kelnozz's bed for the time being. And I I lay him
That's
down
not at
on
all. That's
Kelnozz's
not at
bed.
all what I was looking for.
Hmm?
All right.
Brynn seems to be taking this very rough, Captain.
Theron was my friend and fellow bounty hunter. This Kelnozz character. Still don't trust him.
Oh,
Perhaps we can roll him down into the barrel area in the hold. Or the bilges.
As your boat travels south during the day, uh, the winds start picking up more and more, and soon you hear a haft call for all hands on deck as the ship enters into a storm. So, as the winds, you can hear the winds beating at the sails, and the ship is creaking as it goes through these huge waves. We need the captain to make a check.
what kind of check would you like?
You can make a well. You can be kind of open about it. So one of the things you could do is make an intelligence check to kind of try and give Haft an idea of how to maneuver the ship. Or you could make a intimidation or a persuasion check to bolster the crew and try to get them to, steady themselves and double their efforts. How would you like to react?
I can do intelligence. Seems to be my cup of tea.
Okay.
That was a poor roll of a 2. +8.
Oof.
+6. Yeah.
All right. I will let the temporary first mate can also do a check.
What kind of check? An intelligence check?
Well, same kind of open idea here. So, to some degree, you can tell me how you would help the ship and the crew deal with the storm.
Oh,
How we
I'm
can fit into a
balling over
skill.
Theron's body.
All
Just
right.
balling.
Okay. We're gonna have
Okay, charisma.
Salty Eye
saving.
Jock Waters. Oh no, you're doing nothing if you're just balling over Kelnozz.
Oh, I'm balling over Theron's body. How could we let this happen?
Okay.
Gillette.
Okay, so Salty Eye Jockwater is rushing around the ship trying to make small repairs wherever they're needed. He sees very frantic. And lastly, we're going to do a crew check where we apply the crew quality to the score here.
Oh. Thank goodness for the crew. Save
That
the
would have
day.
been a total failure if they had failed. Okay, so the winds pick up more and more, and you see that despite the ship's effort, the crew's effort, uh, the ship does sustain some pretty serious damage from the winds. So all of the components of your ship take 23 damage, and you are.
How many components are there?
So if you guys check down here, the Sea Ghost should be in everyone's journals.
Oh, my journal?
So there's a hull with 300 hit points. There's sails, helm, ballista. All these things have armor classes and hit points. So armor class is bypassed in this case, but had there been more damage, 40-10 if there had been a bit more, then, well, nothing is that low, so you probably would have been okay. But the ship struggles for this day and moves at half speed as salty eye Chalkwaters.
Salty
Salty
Jockeye.
Jockeye.
Salty eye Chalkwaters needs to make his repairs throughout the day. As your ship is slowly moving through the sea, and you have a bit more time to look around, after a few hours, one of the crew members comes down to you, Eikooc, and says, "Captain, I see a raft out in the water. It's like someone's cast away."
Oh, we should go check it out.
Okay, so I would zoom out if I were you guys.
Oh, we got some sick graphics going on here.
Yeah, so sick.
Look at
All
graphic.
right,
3/4 view.
It's
Scott.
Baron Raimondo.
Scott, we need you to come up with a name for your character.
Did Kevin get that? Kevin Nelson? Baron Raimondo?
No.
No? From that game we played in first year? I don't even remember the name of it.
Baron, you were.
Baron Raimondo.
I don't remember.
You're fighting the pirate captain all the time? No?
Sorry.
Oh man, now I gotta look this shit up. You should just get my references.
All right, Brightwing, as you are drifting along on the ocean, along your raft in the distance, or you've just yourself barely made it through a very rough storm, and in the distance, some let's see what this calls it.
It's from
Yeah,
Sid Meier's
so like
Pirates.
about 400 feet away, you can see a small sailing boat that looks like it's sustained some damage, but is only superficially so. What do you do?
I pull down maybe like I had a remnants of a mast or a small sail, and I make it into a flag and I start waving it.
Okay, so anyone on the ship can do a perception check. You've been alerted to this site.
Okay. Perception. Oh, he's got a flag. He must be okay. Let's continue.
You notice that there's this kind of odd thing in the water about halfway between yourself and this raft.
Something in the water halfway between.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell anything about it other than something?
Make a nature check.
Nature.
So what you see, what you're not sure is it looks like maybe like a little dent in the water, and as you think about what it could possibly be, you recall stories told of some of the coastal tribes of Halgud, and you think that this could possibly be a whirlpool. And this raft seems like it's going directly towards it.
Well, he's doomed. Scott, roll another character.
Damn it.
He seems to be in imminent danger. We should act quickly. Brynn, get out of there. Get out of that. Stop crying. Come over here and help.
Baron! Oh, Baron! The best a man can get.
All right. So I guess I order the ship. I order half to take the ship. I'm sorry, Bob. Are you able to draw kind of roughly on here where we see the pool?
Yep.
Okay. I order half to take the ship around. See if I can just kind of like and come at him from this side. So we'll follow him in.
So let's see how well this map holds up to stats.
Yeah, Ryan, I remember playing the hell out of that game, but I don't remember any of the names from it.
Baron Raimondo. That's the only name I remember from that game.
I remember no
You
game.
mentioned any other character, I would not remember their name. But Baron Raimondo, because I specifically remember Kevin sitting next to me being like, Baron Raimondo attacks again. He was so frustrating to fight because he cheated.
Oh yeah, they
He
always
was
cheated.
like the insane computers in Company of Heroes 2. He just cheated. You couldn't always win against him. He just every once in a while was like, oh, so I dodge and stab you at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a move. It's not a move I can do.
So, Eikooc, you can move this ship yourself, and we'll go around 50 feet on this map, constituting a rough round, so to speak.
Okay. Does the measure work on this one, or is it just we have to count out?
Yeah, use the measure. So, like, let's make it 60 feet, since that's what the measure is going to snap to.
Okay.
Is this a rough measure?
It is pretty rough.
You know what else is rough?
Go on.
Measures. Rough measures. Oh, 60 feet's not that far on this map, eh?
No.
No. All right. Brightwing, make a perception check.
Alrighty. Perception check.
Ooh.
You see a whirlpool that is right in front of your boat, that is between your boat and this this small sailing boat. And as you see it, you notice that it grows.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
So your raft kind of has its own forward momentum here.
And what is this? What is this circle here? Is it a whirlpool?
It's a
Or just
whirlpool.
it's a whirlpool?
It's a whirlpool.
Well, sounds like Scott's next character is about to die.
That's what I was thinking too.
We should steer away from said whirlpool because it has grown exponentially between turns. In 6 seconds, it has grown 3 times the size.
Alright.
Okay.
So, Scott, your raft is quite a bit slower. So it only
Is it
moved
full
to
of
here.
spiders?
You'll have to see.
We sent Scott in by himself.
Oh man.
Okay, so now Sea Ghost, you guys can move.
Watch that whirlpool! Yuck! Oh, we're steering straight for it.
All right, Scott, you can now try and steer the boat any direction you want. You can go in 20 feet.
So I'm going I'm going this direction, my own raft, and then the whirlpools, or is that just the whirlpool pulling me?
The whirlpool's not actively pulling you yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I will. And each one of these is 5 feet of room.
No, each grid here is essentially 20 feet.
20 feet. Whoa. All right, let me see. What's my speed? Oh,
Your raft speed is like 20 feet with the wind, which is what you're going at now, and it's like 10 feet against the wind.
so the wind is coming from my back, basically from the
It's blowing you towards
west.
the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, towards the west.
Well, what about a solid tack diagonally? Can I go
Ooh.
20?
I feel like it might
This
be
Speed.
high.
man sails.
If you're asking
Which
me
way
to
is
go
the wind coming
diagonally,
from?
the answer is yes.
Okay, so wait, sorry, it was 20 feet per turn my raft can go?
Yeah,
So it's basically 1 square.
yeah.
Okay, I'll go diagonally like this. Can I use the dash action to go again?
Unfortunately not.
Damn it. Oh my god.
See you later, Scott.
Dead. Jibe. You gotta jibe.
D dead.
Okay, go ahead, Sea Ghost.
Keep your distance, Yuck.
Um,
Steer towards the leeward side.
leeward.
The one furthest from the wind. Oh! We're dead! We're steering straight into the whirlpool.
All right, Brightwing, it's your go.
I go? Okay, I will cast. Wait, where is it? Here it is. How do I cast it?
Holy shit, 200 feet wide? This is like... The ocean is draining into this whole water walk.
So I gain the ability to walk on water,
For an hour.
and I can go 40 feet, so I can go. I'm just gonna use the raft in 2 squares in this direction.
This would be difficult
Quite a
terrain
mutation.
on water, though.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, because there's waves, right?
Half.
There's just the open ocean.
But he can walk on that as if it's solid, harmless,
Yeah, have you seen Frozen 2?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
then then I rest my case.
Seen
Anyway,
Frozen 1. It's cold.
any other unrelated movies that you've seen?
Hook?
That's related.
Okay, Brightwing, what's your status here?
My status is I have moved
You've moved?
5, or I've moved 1 square down, or 20 feet instead of 40 feet because it's half speed.
And you've left your raft here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see me just sprinting across the ocean here, trying to clamber up over all these turbulent waves.
So those of you on the ship, in addition, seeing this figure jump off of the raft and start sprinting up on these huge waves, you see that the water in the middle of the whirlwind seems to be bubbling up and seems to form after a few minutes a geyser that is 50, 60 feet tall, and it seems to take on a almost humanoid type shape.
Hey, guy there.
Everyone can make a nature check. Except for Brightwing, who's probably too busy navigating to notice this. So Brynn, you know that this is a water elemental.
No, if only Theron was here, he would know this is a water elemental.
And it is going to... This bubbling creature of water churns in the middle of the whirlpool, and you can see two dark spots that seem like they're eyes that it's looking out of, and it rests its gaze on the sea ghost, and you notice that the whole whirlpool starts shifting in the water.
Oh shit!
Thank God. Okay. Sea ghost turn.
Can we do like a sea ghost move, and can we also take actions?
Yes. You're essentially like ordering the sea ghost to move, so you can do actions as well.
Does the whirlpool follow the water elemental, or is it independent of the water elemental? From what we can tell.
It looks... It's hard to tell for sure, but it does seem like the whirlpool just moved. Whether the whirlpool moved the water elemental or vice versa, you're not sure.
All right.
Steer straight into the whirlpool. Without Theron, we're nothing. Straight into the deep.
Let's give it up. I'm just checking something real quick. All right. Shit. I ordered the ship to hold its ground, and I guess it depends on the turn order. If I can fire off a shot and then the ship can go, or versus ship goes and then I fire on a shot.
Let's treat it like a mount. So
you get to just choose one or the other per turn.
it's the same initiative order. Let's say right now, everyone on the Sea Ghost and the Sea Ghost itself are on the same initiative count. So you guys can all take your turns in whatever order you want, but they're all separate turns.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, in that case, I am going to launch a fireball.
Ooh, versus a water elemental.
First fireball of the game. Come on, baby.
Okay. Make a deck save.
Yeah.
Fail. Oh man, 24.
Yeah.
All right, he casts a spell, and bright, pale blue light quickly turns into a dot of fire that shoots out 120 feet into the center of the maelstrom and explodes into a huge fireball. The creature roars in pain, and part of its body is instantly evaporated into steam, but is quickly replaced by all the water around it.
I yell, Brynn, if you're going to get a shot off, now's the time. The ship's about to move. Brynn returns silence.
I continue sobbing and grab my bow and head to the main deck, the poop deck, if you will. Nobody's swabbed this poop deck in days. Where is the first mate? And I will let fly an arrow towards the water elemental.
Okay, make your attack.
Roll 12.
A 12, your arrow falls short into the twisting waters.
My arrow has fallen short into the twisting waters. I make a second attack. Fire a second shot. You get a 26
It's certainly a hit.
for 13 piercing damage.
Your arrow finds purchase on the creature, and it seems to wince as the arrow pierces into its watery form.
In Theron's name.
Okay.
Alright, so now the boat is going to move away.
Okay. Brightwing.
I'm gonna use the dash action this time and go 2 spaces to there.
Okay.
How many spaces could you move if you weren't? If you were sailing?
It was 10. It was one. It was one space with the wind, I think, and then less if it was against the wind or something like that.
One space with the wind, less if it's against the wind? What's less than one space? No spaces?
I don't know. Half a space, I guess.
Yeah,
Not really sure.
to keep track of.
Okay, let's. I guess we can stick with this initiative if everyone's not okay with it. So, back to the Sea Ghost turn then.
Okay.
Now you are. This creature moved. Now you're more sure this creature roared out and seemed to pursue you, and has moved the whirlpool with him. And the tail end of your ship is now in the whirlpool.
It's not good. Um, I got a thing. I just gotta look it up. Yeah, that's the one. All right. I'm gonna just toss another fireball at him.
Okay, this time it seems to anticipate your fireball, and will only be taking half of your damage.
Ah,
Go ahead and roll that damage.
it's right there. It's
Oh, I'm sorry, that was a different one. Okay, so 23 divided by 2 is, I guess, 11.
Technically 12 if you round up.
Oh, yes. Okay, so either Brynn or the ghost can go.
take a shot.
I turn the ballista on the creature and let fly a ballista shot.
All right. Let's just open up those.
It's a good thing the first mate kept this ballista loaded.
Okay, make a ranged attack with a +6.
Like just a d20 plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
The bolt flies into the air, but flies wide of the elemental.
It appears this ballista doesn't work.
All right, on the
Alright.
sea ghost turn, we need to make another ship check. So
Just sail away from Scott's new character.
See ya.
Eikooc needs to make an intelligence check,
Okay.
and the temporary first mate can make a charisma check.
Ooh, charisma. Very charismatic.
Okay. And then the crew score, which is 13 right now. Okay, so that was a success. The sea ghost can move normally.
Whew.
Is that as big as the whirlpool gets?
So it's got as big as it's got so far.
Ooh.
Alright, Brightwing.
I dash across the water, another 2 squares.
Not nearly keeping up with sea ghosts.
Well,
Ooh, we're in trouble now.
Yeah. It moves faster than we do.
This is where the whole campaign ends, right?
Yeah, I think so. Except for the Adventures of Brightwater.
Okay, sea ghost turn.
All right, I'm going to. Jesus.
I fire the ballista.
Okay, make your attack with the +6.
Bam! 19.
Alright, your bolt hits true. Make a rolling of roll 3d10. Okay,
14.
the bolt grazes the elemental, and it doesn't look happy that it hit it, but it doesn't look like it hurt it nearly as much as your magical attacks or your arrow had done earlier.
What a scratch!
Okay, Eikooc or Sea Ghost?
All right. I'm gonna send off a fireball.
All right. That must be your last level 3 slot.
You might think it was, but it is.
Okay, well it's taking a full 22 damage now. Seems to roar in pain. Sounds like just rushing water. Now for the Sea Ghost, it silences the... Hold on here, Sea Ghost. I can only assume that's Ryan, who's playing this music.
No fireball? I thought he would say fireball a lot sooner than that without all that preamble bullshit.
Alright.
It's not like Gillette where it just gets right into the content.
So we need to have a repeat of all those rolls. So I need Eikooc to make an intelligence check, and Brynn to make a charisma check. Intimidation check, actually, in case that makes a difference.
Which, me? Intimidation?
Yeah. Do you have an intimidation bonus?
No.
Okay, so it's
And I also have no charisma bonus, so it's essentially the same roll. And I refuse to re-roll that, because I'm just going to get like a 1 or something if I re-roll it. So there. What do you think about that? About them steaming apples?
I think that your boat slides 20 feet towards the center of the whirlpool as it is caught.
That's just what I expected.
Okay, now it is Brightwing.
Save yourself! Go the other way!
If only Brightwing had a swimming speed.
What do you mean? Just moving one square at a time is not the...
Using his action to dash.
Maybe Scott's muted himself.
Well, what can I swim speed myself as?
You can swim
Hold on, let me
speed
see.
yourself as a giant octopus. You could swim speed yourself as definitely a crocodile.
Well, that doesn't sound very fast. Hold on a sec here. I'm looking
You
up.
could do
Yo, Scott, when's the
You could
last
do
time you raced a crocodile?
giant crab,
Giant crab.
a giant constrictor snake. Oh no, that's too high.
All
Sorry.
for them.
With a
Shark.
yeah, I got a reef shark with 50 feet or 40 feet of swim. Is there anything faster than that?
Dude, you've been moving 10 feet when you can move 40 feet times 2?
Actually, yeah, because I could dash action, so I could go 4 spaces per turn that way.
It's probably about as best as you're gonna do, to be honest.
Okay. Then you guys see from shore the man running on the water suddenly dies beneath the waves, and you don't know where he went, but he's coming. has a bonus action, and he's going to move twice more. Under the waves, you can't really see anything.
Okay. This water elemental is going to make an attack. On the hull. And it hits the hull. Okay, so it reaches out with its long, watery arms and slams down with a water hammer on the side of the boat, making it rock a little bit, dealing superficial damage, but definitely some damage.
Oh shit.
Alright, now it is time for Sea Ghost Party.
Alright. I'm gonna pull out my staff and cast Insect Plague.
Ain't no party like a sea ghost party. Sea ghost party don't stop.
Constitution save.
Oh boy.
So, deal with Insect Plague is it's a biting locust, fill a 20-foot radius sphere centered on him. The sphere remains for 10 minutes. Area is lightly obscured. The sphere area is difficult terrain.
So,
Takes
23 damage.
Yeah, so if he ends his turn there, he'll take it again. And that's it. Yeah, so it's difficult terrain too. So that's, slows him down a little.
Well, that would be on land. It's in its own little special environment right here. So 23 damage hurts it quite a bit, and you see these bugs start to swarm around the water, giving him like a really strange look as the swarm is inside of it now. And it seems to have struggled to keep its form as everything kind of swarms in between all the water. Okay, Brynn or Sea Ghost?
I fire another ballista shot at the elemental.
Okay, go ahead.
$19.
Nice. Go ahead and roll your 3d10.
$22. Or deuce, as some
The
would
bolt
prefer.
pierces through its body, and it seems to howl in pain even as it's being distracted by the swarming locusts. Alright, Sea Ghost's turn. You need to start with all the rolls again. So intelligence check from Eikooc, an intimidation check from Brynn.
$1d20 plus 13.
That's the crew score. Actually, it probably shouldn't be 13. It's probably very high.
Should be like 25 then if it's on our team. 1d20 plus 25.
Oh, it's supposed to be plus 3.
Ryan.
There you go,
Wow,
Ryan.
sorry. Just trying to make things fair for the whirlpool.
You don't want to be in this world without Theron.
No. A world without Theron is a world without hope.
So
All hope lost without Theron.
you guys move
Good
another.
old King Morag. Honor.
Okay, let's see here. $200 feet. All right, Brightwing, what is your character doing?
Oh, you guys don't see anything, but 1, 2, 3, 4. The water seems calm above, but something's coming. He's coming. Da-da. Da-da.
Okay, the water elemental is going to make some attacks now. Now that it's close enough, the creature comes aboard essentially, and the water spray moves over the deck and onto the board. And I'm gonna roll a D. Well, I guess I can roll a D2 since we have this, and if it's 1, and the attack's gonna go on Eikooc, and if it's 2, it's gonna go on Brynn.
Oh. What about Kelnozz? Can't you just murder him in his sleep?
Oh, Kelnozz is sleeping. He's
Well,
on the
sounds
on
like
the
he's ripe for
ground.
murdering. Perhaps murdering Kelnozz would bring Theron back to life.
Okay, so the first slam goes harmlessly wide from you, Brynn. And Jesus, so does the second one.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay, now it's up
You hit a sleeping Kelnozz.
back up to your turns.
Well, I've already blown my load.
Ooh. Classic mistake. How you end up with lots of babies.
I guess I will cast Shatter on him.
Ooh, shattering them. It's not a bad idea.
Okay. Half damage?
Okay. I believe so. Look up the words one. Half, yep. Inorganic material. Oh, a creature made of inorganic material has a disadvantage on the saving throw.
So the question is...
Water is not organic.
Ooh, I'm looking that up right now. Is water organic? Is water
No.
wet?
Here's how I'm gonna say, because I think that idea is it breaks something, and water's just not susceptible to things like wood and stone. It's like
Nope. The definition of an organic compound is a compound that contains carbon and almost always hydrogen. Therefore, water with the chemical formula H2O cannot be organic.
There you go. I'm
doesn't
shaking
contain
its
any
I'm
carbon.
shaking its molecular bonds using the thunder.
Doesn't contain carbon.
you
Not
get
organic.
all wet
Yeah.
as the water sprays everywhere, as a crack of thunder reverberates through the area of the ship where the water elemental is standing.
What a crack of thunder.
All right, Brynn or Sea Ghost?
I brandish my bow and cast an arrow into the water elemental.
Ooh, a mighty hit.
For 11 piercing damage. And I follow that up with a holy shit level 5 extra attack. I literally get an extra attack.
Oh, nice.
24 for another 7 piercing damage. Making my double attack more effective than a ballista.
The water seems to churn even faster as the creature seems to be in a fury. Time for the ship to make its rolls. So I need you to make an intelligence check, Brynn to make a wisdom check, or not a wisdom, an intimidation check.
Intimidation? Ooh.
Critical.
That's a good thing, you know. I'm rolling for
Okay.
That's rolling for half.
Critical success.
Okay. So this time I'm moving back to where it was. You guys can move normally with the sea ghosts right now. Okay.
I think that's 60.
All right, Brightwing.
Dun-na, dun-na, dun-na. That's it.
Okay. Now it is the creature's turn. It's going to. This box is so close to each other. It's going to follow and continue to attack. All right. This time, Brynn, the creature, rushes up to you as a wall of water essentially approaches you and enters your space and tries to suck you up
Invoking
here.
Attack of opportunity?
Make a strength saving throw.
I feel particularly lucky when this monster enters the space and re-roll that. Ooh, but don't do a whole lot better.
That's right, you don't. You take 13 bludgeoning damage,
Ah!
and you are grappled.
Blast! I'm grappled.
So until the grapple ends, you are restrained and unable to breathe, unless you can breathe water.
I've been breathing water like nobody's business.
All right. Oh boy. So now it's back up to Sea Ghost's turn.
All right. So Ryan's currently grappled by this thing.
The creature is basically entered Brynn
He's on the same.
has been like sucked up into this water elemental.
Gotcha. Well, that's unfortunate for you, Brad.
Indeed. I'm going the way of Theron. Straight to the spiders. of the deep.
All right. Well, luckily I read my character sheet earlier, so I'll be in okay shape. I'm going to cast another Shatter.
Okay.
And Brynn, you automatically pass your saving throw and take no damage.
Aha!
He also passed his saving.
Does he take half or no?
Half, yeah. I shaped the spell to not hit you. Basically.
Ooh.
I have the ability to shape where, like, make it not go certain places.
You feel the water around you seem to vibrate, and you hear this crack of thunder, Brynn, but you feel no pain.
I feel no pain.
Okay, so... Well, I guess we'll do Brynn next. So you are not holding your breath. You are... Let's see. Unable to breathe unless it can be water. You know what? I say you are holding your breath, because that makes sense. So remember, you can hold your breath for a minute, plus your Constitution modifiers.
So sorry, I was getting some mixed messages there. I was told I was not holding my breath, followed by I am holding my breath, and here's the modifiers.
You seem to have followed along pretty quickly there.
All right.
So your modifier is 2, so you can hold your breath for 3 minutes.
And what can I do while am I still restrained?
Yeah, you are grappled and restrained. So when you're grappled, your speed is 0. And when you're restrained, attack rolls have disadvantage. Your things against you have advantage. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So you basically your speed is 0, and if you try to do anything other than escape, it's going to be at disadvantage. So
Okay. I guess I will. Slash at him with a longsword.
okay,
It's at disadvantage, you said?
it is. You
16.
hit anyway.
Ha!
Nice.
12 slash damage.
Your sword cuts through the water with unexpected ease, and it takes a moment for the water to reconstitute itself there where you sliced it.
And I will use my second attack. And get a 14 this time.
A 14 hits.
Oh my god. Good job, Ryan.
6. Much less damage.
Alright, your sword continues to slice through with unexpected ease.
This ease is unexpected.
Alright, so on the ship's turn, let's do all those rolls.
Still doing an intimidation roll?
I'd
Even
say,
though I'm
unfortunately not. You're going to have an automatic fail.
Auto fail. Like life.
Alright. So, because everyone failed, the boat is pulled in as close as it can towards the center of the maelstrom, and at the beginning of next turn, all of those rolls will be at disadvantage.
All what? Sorry.
All of the rolls that we do will be at disadvantage next turn.
Oh.
All right, Brynn, take 13 bludgeoning damage.
I refuse.
Gotcha there.
I don't have a character on the screen, so I'm just kind of recording it in my health at the moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and with Seething Fury, this water elemental is going to
This earth elemental realizes he's in the
skimmy
water.
away and carries Brynn out over the water.
Just what I was hoping not to have happen.
Well, you said you wanted to join your good buddy, right?
It'll certainly demolish any elf quests we have going on.
Take 13 bludgeoning damage from the first slam attack. Ooh.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Ryan. Take 26 bludgeoning damage as it smashes you into the water.
Oh man.
So, now we get into the rules of what killed Theron. Let me just bring up the old calc here. Little standard calculator. 47
You're not
minus 36. So I had 11 health left, and you did what? 26.
That's not how that rule works. It's
okay.
No, it's like your total HP.
Yeah, Theron died from death saves, failed death saving throws, and being
But
hit while he was dead.
If you had 10 hit points and you got dealt 20 hit damage, then that rule that you're thinking of applies. But unless your total hit points is 13, which I know it's
My
not.
total hit points is 12.
No,
No,
like your
maximum.
full health.
That's full health.
No.
I've just been...
No. Like if you had full health, you would have 30 something.
Oh, I've died 4 times in this attack. I was just trying to hide it. No, I'm just kidding. But do I go to -1 or 0?
You go to 0.
0?
Yeah, there are no -1s in this.
1 is stabilized, right?
Yeah.
I fall unconscious in the water, murdered by an elemental.
You don't have as much need for oxygen.
I suppose there's certainly something to be said towards that. Unless he attacks me while I continue to be unconscious, then I'm going to take double death.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, he'll just be super dead.
And the board is just going to continue to eliminate the elf party.
Yep.
Start with the half elf.
Sea Ghost's turn. Eikooc or Brynn.
All right.
Or sorry, Eikooc or Sea Ghost.
All right. I'm going to cast another Scorching Ray, another Shatter
Okay.
on this thing.
Oh wait, that might hit him.
No, I can shape it around him. See, Scott, I didn't know I had this ability, and I think I hit you. That was part of what killed you.
Oh no, I don't think so. I think I died and then I got double hit by
You failed the death
spiders.
check and then you got hit while you were down.
Yeah, you did shatter me before and it hurt.
I took some damage off you, which contributed to your downfall, but I could have not done that.
That was a different battle. I think it was like the earlier battle you did that.
Okay, then that makes me feel a little bit less bad.
Spider battle was more just me getting alpha striked by surprise attacks.
Okay.
As Eikooc casts his magic, a pale blue light shoots out from his hands, and the cacophonous sound of thunder strikes again, and the water elemental just explodes in a mist of water.
Oh.
And the whirlpool almost instantly dissipates. But Brynn is dying in the water and is going to sink 10 feet per round.
If only we have somebody who can swim.
Oh,
Might as well leave me for dead.
feed him to the sharks.
So
Do I make any death saving throws yet, or?
On your
you
turn.
will, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I just went, and then I guess the sea ghost gets to go. So
Well, no, sorry. We're gonna go more into a normal round because it's not moving 60 feet in 6 seconds.
Especially when it's jibing.
And
Gotta watch out for the mainsail and the boom. Stock got whacked in the head. I've been whacked in the head too. It's in danger of jibing.
Brightwing, make a perception check,
Okay.
and let's just see here.
Now, would this be a perception check that could rely on smell?
Absolutely.
Actually, does that matter?
Yep. Yeah, I was just looking up this stuff. What are you being again?
I'm a reef shark, actually. It doesn't have that. I was thinking something else.
Oh, yes.
It does have a passive perception. Oh, it has perception +2. Alright, well, there you go. So roll this perception, but add 2 to it. So 17.
So
Okay.
60 feet in 6 seconds is actually only 10 kilometers an hour. It's pretty slow.
There you go.
Big ship.
Okay, so you see in the waves about 80 feet away from you is the body of an elf sinking in the water.
I dash over to him and I just kind of like bite his cape or whatever he has on, some piece of his clothing, and I just like hold him, and I'm gonna bring him somewhere back to the ship later.
Okay. Brynn, make a death saving throw. Nice. 2 successes.
Dubs. Successes.
Alright, Sea Ghost, Brynn, if you want to move the Sea Ghost 60 feet, it's fine.
What's that?
I was telling Eikooc he could move like normal. Okay. Now
I see a shark approaching Brynn.
God.
Fire something at him.
You can't see me. We're underwater so far. He was sinking.
Eikooc got a passive perception of 19, though.
Yeah.
That's not water sight.
He's loading the ballista.
Jesus.
Okay, so Brightwing, what do you do now?
Well, tell me how high off the
You're
sea level?
20 feet.
20 feet?
Mhm.
All right. Well, I read jumping rules. It only says you can jump 5 unless you roll an athletics check. Sometimes you can jump more, but I'm thinking like that's for a dude like hopping in the air. What if I did like a Free Willy style, like shark leaps out of the water and lands on the deck after a big runoff with dash action for 40 feet of swim power?
I'd say it'll be a high DC.
Impossibly high?
No.
20's not impossible.
Go ahead and make your athletic
Okay.
check.
Let's see. How am I going to do this? I guess I have to do... I have to modify my strength a little bit here.
You have a +2 modifier in your strength.
Right. Okay, well, just... roll this at 0 and then add 2. I guess that's the easier thing to do. Uh-oh. I got 7.
Oh, yes. You actually struggle to make any ground. Brynn's heavier than you expected, and you only manage to go. You can bring him to the surface, but you don't have enough momentum to breach the water or jump.
All right.
Okay, Brynn, make another death saving throw. Ooh, 1 failure. Alright. Eikooc and the Sea Ghost.
So Brynn's sinking. I don't see anybody trying to save him.
Brynn
Well, no,
Brynn has been brought to the surface by what looks like a shark.
A very helpful shark.
So the shark has like gently brought him to the surface. It doesn't look like it's eating him.
It's got Brynn's cloak in its mouth.
And you can see him like trying to hop onto the ship, but he just can't. And he's very pathetic looking and non-threatening kind of shark.
All right,
More of a killer whale, really.
I order the crew. I order the crew to drop ladders or fetch him out of the water. Use the lifeboats if we have to. Get out there and get him.
Way to do it yourself.
Captain doesn't.
Bubbly grave.
Captain doesn't do
This is how Theron died.
You see a couple crew throw over a rope ladder, and a couple of them dive into the water. But only maybe 1 or 2, the brave ones. The rest seem a little worried about this shark. Okay, Brightwing.
I think seeing the ladder, I kind of like swim towards it, and then using a bonus action, you see me transform into the shape of a man, and I have my arm around Brynn, and I grab the ladder and attempt to climb it.
All right, make an athletics check. You manage to pull yourself up with Brynn, and you pull yourself onto the deck. Brynn, make a death saving throw. Oh my god, Ryan. Could that have been a critical failure? That would have been the worst.
I would have been dead. I
You
would have been dead. That would have been like...
Flip the table. Start a new campaign.
Everybody's dead.
Okay, so
We haven't had a party wipe yet.
So Brynn stabilizes, and as he gets onto the deck, you can see him. He chokes up a little bit of water and starts breathing. So you're still at 0, but you're stabilized, Brynn.
No, still at 0?
Yeah.
I bumped 0. But stable.
All right, Eikooc, this stranger just dragged Brynn onto your boat after transforming from a shark into a human.
Since the boat can't say it, I will. Ahoy there!
You see me like look around and look up. I say, "Oh hell! Ah! What are you? Don't eat me, please! You huge thing?
Oh, Scott's got to keep this voice going eternally now.
Yeah, you've started it already.
Set a precedent.
One sentence in. Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a humble hermit who lives on the islands near here. I was shipwrecked, and I was so happy you were here to save me.
Hmm.
You're not gonna eat me, are you?
Well, you weren't much use in that fight.
I saved your friend.
Hmm. Well, what would you ask of us?
Oh well, if you could just take me to somewhere safe and land, at least, so you don't leave me out in the water.
Hmm. Well, you did help our friend, so we can do you that. But you're obviously useless other than that, so we'll say goodbye to you there. Of course, got to roll another character.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we'll be bestest of friends. Now here, I'll help your friend a little more. Wait, maybe I can't. Oh yeah, I can. And I give him some back rubs.
Hmm. Maybe you do have some use after all.
His hands glow with golden light, very similar to Brynn's magic, as he restores some health back to Brynn.
Hmm.
Then you wake up.
Just out of curiosity,
Sharks!
do you have any dogmatic ideologies that you like to push on others?
Well, I only spread the goodness of nature.
That's a yes.
Everyone should get back to nature. It's lovely.
I'm one of those vegans again.
Do you have the power to resurrect?
Oh no! That would be most unnatural.
It's unfortunate. That would have been very convenient for this very short-term character.
I resurrect Aaron. Okay, goodbye.
All right. Well, you can come aboard and have safe passage.
Thank you.
We were on our way to this island, and I pointed the island on the map that we're heading to. Do you know anything of it?
Oh, let me see. Do I know anything about that island? I am around the area.
Make a religion check.
Religion check, eh?
You know from your time at the monastery that you've heard some of the higher priests talk about the idea that there being a nearby island with an abbey on it, but you never really paid too much attention to that. Don't have any details.
Oh, yep. There's an island around here somewhere. In this ocean.
Well, I just showed you where it was on the map.
Yep, it's there, all right. I've heard it's there. I think.
All right. All right. I'll note your helpfulness for later. All right. So, can you? Yeah.
So for the rest of the day, the sea ghost continues at its slow pace as salty eye jockwater continues his repairs, and the storm abates. And that's what we will call it for the night.
Ooh.